Alright guys, it's been a long overdue podcast episode, but guys, welcome back to another episode of RandomSauce Podcast. Before we begin, I do want to start off by saying we've changed this from a skits kind of podcast or YouTube channel to just whatever. It's not. I thought about making this the YouTube channel of RandomSauce about like skits that you would normally find in 2012, but I decided to change it up. Just be a podcast type of thing. So yeah, that's where RandomSauce is headed right now. But yeah. So there's that. The first topic I want to talk about today, though, is a very different topic that we usually cover on these sorts of things, whether it be on YouTube or on Spotify or the podcast. Very different. This is about the whole Carson and Fitz ordeal. If you guys don't know, Carson is a YouTuber. Fitz is also another YouTuber. Carson had a girlfriend named Keterino, who then cheated on him with Fitz. So Fitz has been going out with Keterino, even though Carson was also, dating her at the time. But it's also apparent that she also cheated. Not really cheated, but she's also was going out with her manager at the time. So, what the hell, Keterino? What the hell is wrong with you? No, but in all seriousness, Carson doesn't want anybody hating on them, going out, just hating on them. Please don't do that. Carson is already going through a lot right now, so the last thing he wants is for people to just ignore him as far as what he's saying. So, I haven't said anything about him, or anything about Fitz, nothing about Keterino. I wasn't bashing any of them. Neither, and also in this, I'm sort of like, I'm just expressing what I feel. Even though Keterino shouldn't have done what she did to cheat on Carson. But you know what? I'm not gonna. Besides that, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Please don't go bashing Fitz and Keterino in the comments of any of their videos, any live streams on their Twitter. Nothing, please. Carson does not want that. But I first found Fitz through an Instagram post about. Sorry guys. It was an Instagram post, basically showing a clip of Fitz's CS:GO musical video, his first one. That's when I first heard about it. This was like about a week after that video has been released. So it's a while back. Through him, not only did I come across, other YouTubers through Fitz, but then also came across a brand new game that I play. That I play religiously. I won't say religiously. More like I play it, but, it's a fun game that I wanted to get into because, these YouTubers were playing it. It was a really cool looking game. That being CSGO. Now, from him, I found another YouTuber by the name of Raccoon Eggs. Now, I also watch Raccoon Eggs. I do watch his videos, or whenever he does upload, I'm gonna watch his newest videos, but, I've seen a lot of his videos already. I think I've seen all of them, because I got to a point where he wasn't uploading, so I got all caught up. But yeah. Then through Raccoon Eggs, I found Carson, who I also subscribe to, as well as other YouTubers from Carson's channel. It's basically a big chain of YouTubers who I was subscribing to because of another person. So it'd be like Fitz, then Raccoon Eggs, then Carson, and then of course Wild Spartans eventually. And I also subscribe to 404 Studios, which Carson also had on on one of his videos. Also, you guys should totally check out 404 Studios, just saying. But yeah, so I've been seeing a lot about this whole Carson and Fitz thing. I'm gonna try and get back on topic here. Fitz and Carson, both of them at the point were two of my favorite YouTubers. However, Fitz, look, I do enjoy his content. Don't get me wrong, but he has changed over the years. I feel like the fame has been getting to him. I miss the old days where he would do freestyle videos, and then also with CS:GO and just funny moments and all that, just random stuff. Just yeah, I remember me of a time when I was in a group chat and we would be up at like 12 a.m. So midnight, just basically just talking on Facebook Messenger video, and the video chat option, and yeah, that was fun. I've also had something similar to that with Xbox Live, also on Xbox Live Party, back when I had Xbox One. So yeah, there was that. But yeah, there was that. You know, Fitz did encourage me to get CS:GO like through his videos. It seemed like an amazing game. The fact that he his old content when it was just him and his friends screwing around playing video games, that was pretty good. Pretty fun to see that. But that does not excuse what he's done. Now, of course, I will get hate in this comment section on YouTube. If you're coming from Spotify, well, I don't think you'll leave any comments here, but I'm probably gonna get hate on this either way. So I have a few like notes written down here. But here's the thing. Keterino and Fitz have gone silent after this whole situation. And I would wait, I would see like what's going on like with their side of the story, but at the time of recording this, they haven't said anything about it. I think Keterino also did upload an apology video on the whole situation. Good on her. But besides that, what was I gonna say? Yeah, they haven't really like explained their side of the story yet, but my best guess would be that at least Fitz on this case, if he has nothing to combat the already out there accusations of him cheating, if it is true, he has nothing to combat that with, so like why would he open up and say something to probably further this issue, like, so he's probably keeping quiet for the best, it's probably his best option. So she doesn't get into any more trouble. So there's that. But yeah, guys, please don't hate on Fitz or Keterino. Even though like they've done some pretty bad things, Carson does not want that. Carson, if you guys are defending Carson, please don't just attack Keterino and Fitz, because that's not what Carson wants. Alright, Carson does not want any of that. He even said it himself, do not hate on them. And it seems as though that, maybe getting to him. I think I heard about him posting on Twitter recently, saying that some post that said, I'm sick of this bullshit or something like that. So I'm sick of this bullshit, and yeah, the fact that he posted that, I don't know whether it's because of the whole Fitz and Keterino thing or whatever, them in general, or the fact that people are not listening to him by just not commenting on Kate's or Keterino and Fitz's videos. Why, they have to be like, oh, you did this bad thing, oh, I hate you. Just, Carson doesn't want anyone hating on them, and the fact that people are not listening to him probably pissing him off. I know I would be pissed too if no one listened to me. I mean, it's a different story on this podcast and on this YouTube video, because I'm sure not many people are listening anyway, but like, still. Alright, so if you're coming from the video part of this YouTube video, I'm moving my webcam just so I can actually sit up and talk to you guys. So that makes it easier, because I was like slunched over the entire time talking to the microphone. I'm just gonna sit up. I don't want us to be slunched over like the internal demon I am from hell. Yeah. Yikes. But here's the thing. What was I gonna say? Hold on. Right, the next topic I wanted to talk about is the random sauce thing, where I don't know if you guys seen the Twitter page of Random Sauce. I haven't gone to Instagram and updated everything yet. If you guys are coming from Spotify, you probably noticed the Spotify details have changed for the entire Random Sauce podcast show. And if you guys checked out our YouTube channel, we no longer. I'm not going to be doing the skits thing. Even though I wanted to bring back 2012, 2010, anywhere from 2010 to like 2012 YouTube, or even older, anywhere from like 2005 to 2012, back when YouTube hit its peak, of comedy and everything, and YouTube videos were blowing up, and it was just so funny, and everyone was being creative, and before YouTube took its turn and decided to be about money. Back when YouTube broadcast yourself was a thing. Now it's YouTube go fuck yourself, but there's that. So I decided to change this into just the podcast instead of a skits thing. So yeah, has nothing to do with skits anymore. It's just gonna be sorry guys, my dog's barking. But yeah, guys, it's just gonna be like a full-on just podcast. It's gonna be the podcast. There's nothing else. I do have to change the banner on YouTube as well as on I think also on our subreddit as well. Yeah. So there's that. We changed from like a skit kind of YouTube channel to, if we're doing funny skits, to just being a pure on podcast. So yeah, that's about that. Now, besides just being away from the Random Sauce podcast and not uploading that as much, I've also haven't been uploading much on my personal channel, Philip Anthony YT. I have to start uploading more to that. I just have it, along with like some other things popping up. I also, along with that, haven't had motivation for when I do have free time. So there's that. I know we're all under quarantine, so there's that. But along with some other things, I just haven't been at my computer to record a video. Along with that, and thinking of some video ideas, yeah, guys, you are gonna hear this first before before the actual video. For any video I upload onto my channel next, I'm going to go a very different route in my videos. At least to get a few clicks. I'm gonna try and now that I mentioned it, I don't know if I want to do this or not, but screw it. We're gonna start doing clickbait videos. Just to get a few clicks, get started on that, and then we're gonna slowly transition back, just for the sole purpose of just getting some views, getting some clicks, getting the audience built up, and then we'll turn back. Eventually, of course, there will be some people who are like, oh, what about your clickbait content? What happened to your clickbait content? We miss those. I'm sure there's going to be tons of those people. As far as that, we might do a clickbait video after that whole thing. But for the majority of the time, after we do the whole clickbait thing and we start growing an audience over at the main channel, then we will start, we'll start posting normal content again. Now, I haven't had any ideas of like an upload, other than the fact that I do have a few notes on my phone. If you guys don't know, my friend Ryan gave me a few ideas. As a matter of fact, I just realized I have a folder on my desktop that has a game. Hold on, let me see. Hold on a second. Okay, so I tried clicking on the desktop thing on OBS for the video part of it, but it was only showing OBS. So I would show you it on my second screen, but I'm not gonna configure everything. But hey guys, I'm gonna be posting a new game soon. The only problem is if I do post this game, I have to or if I do record myself playing this game, I have a lot of censoring to do. But yeah. Oh. There it is. I had something stuck in my throat. That's it. But there was another thing I wanted to do on this channel. Another game that Ryan told me about, so I'm gonna try and do that as well. But yeah. Also, if you guys are coming for the Philip Anthony channel, you guys may have noticed recently I uploaded a Philip Anthony. Oh, no. I have uploaded a video on the Philip Anthony YT channel of Pokemon Master Adventures, a series that I've wanted to do for a while. I start off playing Pokemon. Like I start off getting Pokemon Emeralds, and I start advancing through each region, each generation. I'm starting off with a Gen 3 game because like I don't know if my computer will handle 3DS games along with OBS recording them. Emulation takes up a lot of CPU. I don't know how well my i5 4th generation is going to handle against all that. So yeah, yeah. I'm gonna start off in Emerald with Gen 3, and then I'm gonna go over to Gen 4 with I don't know what games I'm gonna be playing next, but like of course there's Pearl, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I'll play through like one of those games each, you know. The Sinnoh game, and then through the Hoenn and Kanto versions in one game, and then after that we're gonna go over to what was it? We're going over to Gen 5 with Black and White. Either Black and White or Black and White 2. I'm not sure yet. I might do Black and White 2 though. I might do Black and White 2. I think. We'll see. Well, after that, we're gonna go over to. We might be able to do a sixth season. I couldn't get that out. Sixth season for X and Y, and then maybe if if we've gotten through that 6th generation, Gen 7, which I know might be a difficult thing to do, and we're definitely not doing a Gen 8 because my computer can't even handle an Nintendo Switch emulator, let alone a screen recording of it. So, like, I tried launching Pokemon Sword on here using Yuzu. It's an emulator for Nintendo Switch, and it would not load at all. Now, of course, another thing we also have a problem with is with Citra, Pokemon X and Y, at least the ROMs I have, aren't working. They were always working in the past, so I don't know what that's all about. Like, I literally opened the game, it's just a black screen that says 0 FPS, and it just sits there. This sits there. I opened it up, I waited like a few minutes, I'm like, you know what, screw this, I'm closing it. I tried that with both X and Y, so both games. So I don't know how well that's going to go. That's why I said maybe 6th generation, and if I do happen to do 7th generation, it's only going to be after I do the 6th generation. So, yeah, just, I'm going to try and advance through each region, of course, but, yeah, so how I'm gonna do it is I'm going to first do Pokemon Emerald. I'm gonna play through that. Then Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I'll choose one of those games. I already have one in mind. A game that I play on my own actually. I have the game on my tablet, and I'm playing through it on my tablet on my own. But then yeah, the thing is I'm gonna be playing through Heart Gold and Soul Silver, one of those. Then after that, I'm going to do Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, Sinnoh region. So I'm going to go through Hoenn, Johto, then Kanto, then Sinnoh, then Unova, and then possibly Kalos and Alola, but we can't promise those. I can't promise those, because I don't know how my computer's going to handle all that. Because like I said before, CPU is what emulation really needs. I don't even think my 20 gigabytes of RAM is going to hold that up. Like, I've been bragging about how I have 20 gigabytes of RAM, yet the thing is, though, my CPU, I don't know how that's going to hold up, at least not until I get an i7. I currently have an i5 in this thing, so I'm going to probably upgrade to an i7 for all you techies out there. Like all you techies and nerds and whatever, geeks, whatever. Probably should not have said that. But you guys get what I mean. Like, I'm probably gonna get my i5. I'm gonna probably upgrade to an i7. I think it's the 4790 I'm going to be upgrading to. I think that's what it is. Pretty sure that's what it is. I would go for the K model because I think my Dell PC can support a K model CPU. However, there's no promises on that. Now, I do actually want to upgrade the power supply and then upgrade the graphics card eventually. Now, 4th generation i-series processors. Well, I say i-series, but not the i3. Don't try to avoid the i3. Try and go with like i7 or i5 or an i7. But 4th generation is a really capable system. Now, behind the the newer computer with the 4th generation, I have my old PC with the 2nd generation i5. Don't go with the Optiplex 390 at all. The problem with these systems is that they can get an i3. They can, the i3 works perfectly. i5 works perfectly. However, it's not confirmed whether, by Dell whether the i7 2600 works in this thing. I've heard a few people have gotten it to work, but I don't know whether that's true. And I've also heard that, same thing with RAM. I've heard that the what is it? Yeah, the Optiplex 390 only works with 8 gigabytes of RAM. I don't know if that's true, and I'm gonna try taking a stick from my new PC and putting it into there and seeing if it'll work. Although it's not gonna be permanent. Because right now on my desktop I have on my current desktop I have 20 gigabytes of RAM. That's 3 4 gigabyte sticks and one 8 gigabyte stick. So I'm definitely gonna replace it with, I'm gonna get all sticks to equal up to 32 gigs of RAM. And then I'm gonna upgrade the CPU, and then the power supply, then the graphics. But the thing is though, when I upgrade the power supply with this model, this is the Optiplex 7020. So I would need like a converter to convert a normal ATX power supply to like the proprietary 8-pin that this computer takes. Luckily, it's not as hard as it's not as difficult as it may seem. Because it's not like a whole converter thing that converts everything. It's literally just taking the few pins that the computer needs through the 8-pin and just puts them in the right order so you can plug into the computer. It's not like it has to convert something over to something else and mix it. Nah, it's just you take a power supply, take this thing that routes the pin somewhere else, and then you take that little thing and plug it into the motherboard. That's literally it. It's that simple. It's not like taking an HDMI device and converting it over to composite, because it has to do a whole bunch of things. Like it has to convert HDMI, which is digital, over to composite, which is analog. So yeah. Also, same thing with the I think that's also the same thing with the VGA to HDMI converter. Or HDMI to VGA converter, because it's converting HDMI, like it's converting the little VGA thing over to HDMI, or an HDMI port over and changing it into a VGA port is the best way to explain it. That's like the HDMI to AV thing I have, or composite. It's taking the TV. Oh no, it's taking the actually, it's very confusing because with the HDMI to VGA converter, which is what it says on the package that I got, it converts HDMI. Like you plug it into like an HDMI thing on like a computer or something, and it outputs it. It outputs it over to VGA for something like a monitor to input it. Now with this HDMI to AV thing, actually no, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Okay, never mind. I am an idiot. Because it's basically doing the exact same thing. I just didn't think. Something I said along the road just completely screwed me up, and I'm an idiot. So yeah. are same thing. So it's basically converting HDMI from something like a computer to output to something like a composite TV. Um, I don't have the thing on me, so I can't show the people for the YouTube video side. But yeah, don't know where I put it, but it's basically a little box that converts HDMI. You plug HDMI in and you hook up like an Xbox or a computer. I don't know why you would do it with a computer, but you could do it with a computer, and then you can convert that over to composite. You know, the yellow cable along with the red and yellow audio cables, and just converts that over to a TV, so you can view it on like a CRT or something. I don't know why you would do that, but you can. Now the reason I bought that is for the Raspberry Pi. I have yet to set that thing up, so, but I don't think I need to anymore. I have the Nintendo Wii that I use for emulation as well as Wii games. Really no need to, set up a whole new system to play those games, like stuff like Game Boy Advance or regular Game Boy or NES and SNES. I could literally play them right here on this on the Wii, as well as GameCube games. This is a first generation Wii, so yeah. Of course, if you guys don't know, the Wii has been through 3 generations. The original Wii has been through 3 generations. There's the first Wii that had GameCube support and had the little stand. The second generation, which didn't really include a stand, as far as I'm aware, and it also removed GameCube support. So no GameCube discs, no, those won't work in there. Also the, the memory card as well as the controller ports, so those are gone. Then they made a version 3, which I don't know why anyone would buy it. It's the Wii Mini. The third generation of the original Wii is the Wii Mini. The Wii Mini? The Wii Mini. Had one USB port, which if you wanted to connect to the internet, you had to use that with an Ethernet adapter. Because this thing also didn't include Wi-Fi, for whatever reason. And if you wanted to use an SD card, or if you want to save more than what the Wii can handle in its storage, and also connect to the internet, not possible unless you had like a USB hub, which you would probably have to get separate. Because it only has one USB port and no SD card slot. So there was that. And if you were planning on getting it for GameCube support, you were sadly mistaken, because that's just like the second generation Wii, no GameCube support. Now I found this Wii that I have in front of me. Sorry, that's my desk. My Wii that I have, we've had this for a long time. I think we got it about a year, maybe a year or two after the launch of the Wii. I'm pretty sure anyway. But yeah, it works pretty well. I did wipe it so that way no one's Mii's on there, because my dad just gave it to me because no one would use it. Like, we had this thing just lying around collecting up dust. We also had a power cable. We had a power cable, a video cable, and the Wii sensor bar. All cables were chewed up by Bella after we got her in 2016. She chewed up the power cable, the audio cable, and the sensor bar cable. So I need to go out and buy new, stuff for that if I want to get this thing to run. So I did that and ended up being pretty good. I found a Wii remote online, so I bought that as well. But I didn't want to have to use normal batteries, so what did I do? I found this cheap Wii rechargeable base station that you could buy, and I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting much from it, I'll be honest. I forgot how much it was. I think it was like $5 for a Wii base station along with 2 batteries and a cable to plug in the battery station to charge up the batteries. I was not expecting much from it, I'll be honest. But it works very well. I still have it. I have it like along with a bunch of other accessories behind my desk. Um, Cause like how I have it, I have my 2 monitors. Then I have like a TV over here. Not the TV behind that. I have 2 TVs and 2 monitors. I have my 2 monitors hooked up to my computer, as well as my TV, as well as 1 TV in front of my desk. So if I wanted to, I could literally just pick up a controller. Hold on. I could pick up a controller and start recording and playing. And if I want, I could just do that. Now I was also thinking about getting a composite splitter to split to my TV over there, so I could play those games while while I'm on my bed or something. Like I don't have to be in front of my computer to play them. I didn't go with that option though, because then I only use wired controllers. This may look like a wireless controller, but it has a micro USB port which only works on this controller only works with that micro USB plugged in. I'm pressing the button and it's not turning on. However, if I plug in a micro USB, hold on, only certain micro USB cables working here, but if you guys saw that, it's connecting. For some reason, the player 2. Okay, as soon as I plugged that in, it opened up a folder for my hard drive. I don't know why. But for those coming from like Spotify or the audio version of this podcast, I basically just shut off the that my controller only needs to be plugged in for it to work. So yeah. Yeah, and I don't want to have my console in a weird place. I haven't decided all that yet. My 2 main consoles that I use, by the way, are my 360 and my Wii. I play Wii for like GBA games and Wii games and all that. Stuff like emulation as well as Wii games, and I do want to get GameCube games eventually. Then I have my 360, which I play all the time. Like, well, I say all the time, but it's the console that I use the most out of all the consoles I use. So it's not all the time, but it's still like my most used console. I do want to get more Wii games though to balance out my 360 collection as well as my Wii collection. At the moment, I have Mario Kart Wii, I have New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I have Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which I bought. I wouldn't really say I bought it. Because when I bought the power cable, the video cable, and the new sensor bar, I needed to there was a bundle that had that for like I think $20, but there was another one that was $18, so $2 less, but it came with the game. So you know what option I had to go with, because like let's see, $20 for just the 3 things I need, or $18 for 3 things I need, plus a new video game to go along with the Wii. I'm like, you know what, I'll take it. I will take it. I mean, I've only played the game once out of all the times I've played, of all the times like I picked up a game, I've only played that game once. But I got it for free to add to my collection. And it was also $2 cheaper for that listing than the other listing that would have just come with those 3 things, like the sensor bar, the video cable, as well as the power cable, for $2 more. Yeah, no. I think I made a good choice on that though. I also one time it was before my local GameStop store closed. Like what I mean by closed, not for the quarantine. I mean like completely. My local GameStop store actually closed recently. Just completely closed. Now what was I gonna say? Before it started closing, before like I was aware of it closing, I went in, I bought Mario Kart Wii. It was like $40. Plus I also got like a race wheel thing. It wasn't the official Nintendo one, although the next time I went, which we'll get into in a second, I saw another one there for the same price as the one I paid for mine. Except yeah, it was the official Nintendo brand, not this cheap one I bought. Even though it was the same exact price, listed for the same exact price. But about that time, when I went in, I bought two games, Terraria, as well as New Super Mario Brothers. Now, for the Wii. Now here's the thing. I only had enough money to get one of those two games, but the store was doing half off deals for all like old pre-owned games for older consoles, and yeah, I kinda lucked out with that. Even though the store was closing and they had all these sales to get rid of everything, I paid half price for both items that I bought. I also stopped off at I think it was Dunkin' Donuts to pick up something to drink for the walk. It was about a 30-minute walk both ways. Yeah, that's right, an hour walk. So 30 minutes to the store, and 30 minutes back, not including what time I had inside of the store. So I was looking around for games I wanted to get, and I pull out my calculator as well as the GameStop app. I put them side by side. I'm like, alright, let me see. New Super Mario Brothers is $25, so I will half that because I knew about the sale at the time. Because before that, between the first time I went to buy the Wii game, Mario Kart Wii, and this point, I've also went in between those two times to pick up a hell of a lot of Xbox 360 games. A lot of them, because before that I had I think 5, and now I have 15. So I went in there and just bought a crap ton of stuff because those are games I wanted to get, and they were half off. So I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm going in and getting them. But yeah, talking about the recent time I went, I pulled out my calculator. I decided to do. I only had $25. Yeah, I think I had $20 on me. So keep that in mind. $20. So I took the Mario Kart. Not the Mario Kart. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which was $25. I halved it. I divided by 2, so I got $12.50. Then another game that I wanted to get, Terraria for the 360. It was $10. So I did the exact same thing. I halved it, $5. So along with all that, it was I think it was $18 I think in change, something like that. And yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, $18 or something in change. That was pretty good. That was actually really good. Those two games plus tax, one of them being $25 originally, but of course due to the sale in my store, they were half off. All pre-owned games like that are just half off. Of course, they did have stuff like newer games which are 20% off, but I have a 360 here, I have a Wii, and the Wii is really lacking on games that I had. So I thought, you know what, I'll just get Terraria because I've played that before and I love that game. I just didn't have it on 360. Then I also bought a game for the Nintendo Wii, which is just like the Mario Kart Wii. I've been playing that a hell of a lot. I've been playing that a hell of a lot of the time. Yeah. Compared to the other game I have for the Wii, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So yeah, I have. Those are the only 3 Wii games I have. Yet 2 of them I've been playing the most, and I think in my Wii right now. Hold on. I think I have a Wii game in here. I think. I don't know if that's 100% true. Doesn't appear like it. I sworn I had one in there, but I guess not. Cause I know one of my cases, what I do is when I pick out a game I want to play, I take it out of the case, then I put the case back, but instead of putting it normal, I put it sideways, So that way I know, alright, this game I am playing, and then I have to put the game back into the case when I'm done. So instead of like ruining, the layout of cases, I could just, come back to it, see, okay, this case is the only one that's different from the other ones, where it's literally lying on the spine instead of like on the bottom. So you have all the other games that show the title, and then you have just one where it's laying on the title in the spot in the case in the bookshelf. So I can just pull it out, put the game in, and put it back normally. Simple as that. Now, with some of these games though, that being New Super Mario Brothers Wii, and the majority of my Xbox 360 collection, they're not the official cases, so I definitely want to get those. I want to buy like a whole set of the official cases. Let's see, I have Halo Master Chief no, not Halo Master Chief Collection. Halo Combat Evolved, as well as Gears of War 1 and 2, Terraria, few games where it's using the GameStop cases. It's like the black case with like their custom logo. Let's say, alright, well this is what the game is, but we don't have like the actual cover art and everything. We just, well, it's on the spine. It says on the spine the name of the game, so it'll help, it'll help tell the player what game it is. Except for Terraria, where at the time when I first got it, they were closing down everything, so I didn't think they wanted to take up their whole time out of their day just to, print out a whole new case for each pre-owned game they didn't have the case to. So I'm like, alright, it doesn't bother me. I can just buy it. I'm gonna be buying those cases very shortly, so yeah. I'm gonna be buying a whole bunch of new cases for those games. Yeah. That's basically about it. I want to make sure I have all my 360 games all there with all the exact cover art, or by the case art and everything like that. Hold on. I got emails. One from Reddit. Okay, well, from Reddit. Also, I got an email from Kong. What was it? Where is it? Hold on. Kong from what was it? Kong. Yeah, basically he says from Jump Cut. He says you received an email in your inbox 25 minutes ago with the title Invoice 1147 from Jump Cut Inc. Basically saying that I had to pay. How much did I have to pay? You're probably wondering. $470. I was not made aware of this, that I had to pay anything, but I just got an email from him, from Kong, saying, do not click on that email and please immediately delete it. Our email provider has been hacked this morning, and somebody added themselves as an authorized user. They sent out that fake email mimicking a QuickBooks invoice. Yeah. I did not know what to do, because I got that. I thought it was like I didn't know I had to pay for anything. I'm glad Kong said what he said just now, clarified everything. So yeah, I just got that email now. But yeah, also I got another email from Reddit. Go figure. I usually have all my emails sent to my old email for Reddit. Because I don't use this email for anything. PhilipAnderson@gmail.com. Go ahead, spam my email. Go ahead, do that. It's not going to bother me because I barely even check it. I literally have over 10,000 unread messages. Yeah, I even took the time to... Actually, I didn't really take any time. I literally turned off notifications for that app. So it doesn't tell me how much I have on my home screen. That was on my old phone now. I turned that off for my old phone. For me, it just, it shows just a dot, so there's no number there, but it shows a dot there, but it's no big deal. It's not like, here, you have 10,000 messages. I'm like, okay, well, yikes. It just shows a little dot saying, alright, you got something going on here. I'm like, okay, it just doesn't bother me. The big numbers on iOS, yeah. If you get like a missed call or a text, yellow number popping up, that's a pain in the butt. But for stuff like Reddit, Tumblr, I have a Tumblr account of my own. Instagram, Twitter, those have a little dot next to them, but thing is though, they are color correspondent to the app icon. So, Twitter, it's a little blue dot. Instagram, it's like a beige, kind of beige dot, so because it sort of matches that. Reddit, it's like an orange dot. Tumblr, like a gray dot, or a grayish blue dot. That's about all it shows up on my home screen here. For eBay, it shows like a light yellow for files, a little blue. Gmail, like a pink sort of thing. The only thing that does stick out is TikTok with a pink one. But other than that, it just blends in. It's just, alright, well, it's there, but it's not like a big deal to me. I mean, it's not like in a bright red bubble in white text, 10,000. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Apple. Yeah, guys, at one point, my main phone, actually, it was the beginning of 2019. My main phone was an iPhone 4. I dropped my S7, and it took a big drop and landed on the screen, and, it seemed to be fine. There was already a crack in the front panel glass. That was not a problem. Not one bit was that a problem, because before it was working fine. I dropped it again. Didn't look like anything changed. I'm like, alright, let me put my phone aside, take a shower, come back. I pull out my phone, and I'm like, alright, let me turn it on. Pressing the power button, nothing happens. I'm like, alright, let me reboot my phone. That was so stupid of me. I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, I rebooted my phone, turned it back on, and there's a little bit of the blue light at the top saying is booting up. Nothing was showing on screen. So what I did is I waited till it was all done booting up. I got my notifications in. Then I kept clicking the power button, and there's like a little flash in the corner of the screen. So I recorded it using another device. I slow-moed it, and it was literally some dead pixels on the screen that were lighting up. Those pixels didn't last long though, because after like a month or two after doing that, checking back on it, those little dead pixels were gone. They weren't even there. So even that was gone. But I would still get notifications. I would get phone calls, everything like that. I couldn't see anything on the screen because the screen is completely done for. I even tried I pressed the power button and typed where the numbers were on the keypad. Yet usually I would get some hectic feedback from the vibrations. I didn't get anything. So yeah, the whole phone was done for. However, I did manage to unlock the phone because it was the Galaxy S7. It has in the micro USB port. It's a micro USB OTG port, so I could plug in a micro USB OTG adapter that converts micro USB to a full-size USB port. And I hooked up a keyboard and I typed in my password, and everything worked. Because how I know that is because the little buttons at the bottom were not lighting up at all when I was on the lock screen. However, the second I typed in my password, those buttons lit up as though they just lit up. And then I went to go tap on them, and they were vibrating the phone as you normally would if the phone was unlocked. If I pressed the power button, pressed it again, and tried tapping them, nothing at all. Now I actually wonder if I were to do that again, lock the phone, unlock it, then put my finger on the fingerprint sensor, if that would work. Because if the phone is turned off, right, then you turn it back on, you can't use your fingerprint until you type in your passcode. But if I do that, I might be able to transfer some old files? Maybe. The only problem would be, because with my old Galaxy 7, you had to tap something on screen, because it would say, oh, you're connected to a computer, do you want to allow storage transfer with the computer? You would have to click OK. I could do that with the keyboard, except for one small problem. The thing is not going to show up if I have my keyboard connected, because I only have one micro USB port, which would be going to the micro USB OTG adapter to the keyboard, so I can't plug it into the computer and then plug in a keyboard with that. This is not possible, so unless I find out a solution to that, I can't do anything about it. But yeah, guys, I've already been recording this for 50 minutes. Yikes. No, but it is fun. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the podcast. Make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, you guys may have noticed on the video section of this, you may see this scrolling text down here. Bunny Girl on YouTube, a good friend of mine who does YouTube videos, she actually told me about this. I did not know this at all. That you can have scrolling text. Asked her, cause she was showing off her OBS setup. I'm like, alright, let me look at this video. So I see it. I see scrolling text. I'm like, how do you do this? And she's like, oh yeah, you right click on the text, go to filters, add one, and it's scrolling. So yeah, there was only one time I've ever used, filter section, for a green screen test. Speaking of green screen, I also have this dock. This is a laptop dock. Full size. It allows you to use a full-sized PCI card in a laptop. Yeah. When do you see something like that nowadays? But yeah, guys, I have my green screen here. I have yet to set it up. I have nowhere to set it up at this point because you have two walls plus the window over here plus the fireplace over there. I can't really set that up yet. I will be setting up hopefully soon. I have some news I need to share, but I'm not going to be sharing that yet for reasons. But yeah, the big things are happening, guys. This channel. I will update you guys more on that shortly. Well, I say shortly. I don't know how long it's gonna be because of this whole outbreak thing. I don't want to say the actual words in case I get in case it it shows on YouTube. Oh, he talked about this. So here's some information on this. I think it's safe to say that the reason things are being delayed is because of that, especially the news of what I want to share with you guys is because of that. Because flights have been closed. That's a big detail on that. So yeah, we're not allowed to leave the house, so there's that. Also going along with the information. Now I do have a friend, Ryan, who knows exactly what this information is, but I'm not gonna share anything with you guys yet. Not yet, at least. But you guys know exactly what that reason. You guys will find out what that reason is. But yeah, I might tweet it out. I don't know yet. No promises on that. But anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure to follow the podcast on Spotify, RandomSauce Podcast. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.